up until this point, we've been looking at how we walk normally, how we use our body to do our normal walk, as if we're just walking down the street or just living our everyday life. In Tango, however, we want to add a little bit of style, and so we'll be looking at certain things to turn our walk into our Tango walk. We're going to look first at how to place our feet to create the most balance, and then we'll also be looking at how we can, how exactly we place the foot itself. So let's look at the first thing, which is how we can create the most balance while we're actually walking. So if I'm walking down the street, you'll notice my legs are in two different paths. But in Tango, we don't do that. You want to imagine, for example, a tightrope walking and how they walk. This is how we want to walk in Tango, more or less. Okay? So imagine you have a rope or a line right in front of you. And what you're going to do is you place your instep of both feet on that imaginary line. So you'll have 4 points of contact. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this gives you a pretty stable base. If you just move around, you'll see how stable it is. It's more stable this way than if you're on 2 paths. You can see how much movement happens. Or if I'm on the same line, but my feet are forward, and that's really unstable. Okay? So when we walk in Tango, when we place our foot, we also want to try to keep our feet in a line. And you can think of it as hugging your knees if you want to, but one foot in front of the other, but use that turn. That's going to give you your balance. Now this, I say most of the times because this would be like this, because one of the rules, especially for the man, is that if you need to break the stance so that your partner doesn't fall, that's what you do, okay? Because her balance is going to be more important than whether you look nice on the floor, basically. Okay, so that brings us to our second part, which is how we can style our walk in such a way that it looks more elegant, but still keeps with our natural walk. Okay, so one of the questions that occurs, especially among the men as they're beginning, is whether they have to walk heel first or whether they should walk toe first. Okay, so to be quite frank, there are more things most guys have to worry about more than whether you're toe first or heel first. Okay? The lead, for example, making sure that your partner feels good. Those are all more important things. And we also have to remember that our Tango started as a street dance with normal people walking normal. So they didn't do anything stylized. They just used their normal walk, which is, as we talked about before, heel first, heel first, heel first. So if you are a beginner, that's something I'll encourage you to do. If you've been dancing for a while and you want to learn how to make your step look prettier or nicer, well then here's a way you can do it while keeping the walking mechanics correct. Okay? And what we're going to do is create an illusion of a toe first movement. Okay? So it looks something like this. We're going to flex as our knee bends to create our extension. You're going to flex the ankle, and we're going to keep this part of the foot, this outside edge here, on the floor as long as we can. As we talked about earlier, that's going to help keep your balance. So here, I'm starting to lift my knee, my ankle is flexing, and I am going to swing my knee out enough until my heel touches the floor. And that is when I'm going to transfer weight. So again, here's your knee. It's bending. We're flexing our ankle. We're bringing it around. We're swinging our knee out. We're landing with our heel. And our weight shift continues with its C shape. So again, knee, ankle, swing out, land that heel, and flatten it out, and shift your leg. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm not doing. We're not going toe first like this, as if, I don't know, we're doing ballet or something. Not only does that look unnatural, but you can see the stress that happens on my foot as I do that. So the question then becomes, well, how can we keep our foot nice and relaxed and flat and tango? And if we walk, as we're walking down the street, we're used to picking up our toes. If you look at my feet, you can see my toes down a little, but my toes are picking themselves up so they don't get stumped on something, or I don't trip or something like that. So, but we want our feet to be, our toes to be nice and relaxed and down. So we do have an exercise that's very easy to do and actually feels pretty good to help with that. So all you're going to do is walk, but just turn your feet over as you're walking. Now, you can just do this before you go to bed at night. It actually feels pretty good to get that stretch from this part of your leg. Okay? So that is how you can create the illusion of walking toe first, even though you're really not. It just happens that your toe will be down and relaxed and forward, but you're actually landing heel first. Okay, so that is it for today. Now we still have to work more on the women's walk, especially going backwards, but that will have to be another video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.